Hello everyone, this is Clinton here from Pocket View. We are at our new shooting location. My house kitchen is no longer available, but this is not too bad, right? Okay, today is going to be another episode of picking the right launch exec unit. I found possibly one of the most compelling investment options for a condo if you have a fat budget of $3.5 million. Remember I had this video where I talked about choosing Pine Tree Hill over Grand Dunman? And everyone I met there after all thought I am against Grand Dunman. I'm not. Let me set the record straight. I made the decision of buying Pine Tree Hill over Dunman because the options around my budget of about $2.2 million, I wasn't liking what I saw at Grand Dunman. Simple as that. It doesn't mean I don't like Grand Dunman. I mean, come on, Grand Dunman location, everything about it is good. Okay lah, designs can be better, but anything beyond that, it is a home run. That is unless you're overpaying. So today, I'm going to share with you guys what sort of unit you can buy and sleep like a baby at night stress-free. This pick is about the only unit in the entire development that I feel has zero objections. And what it is? The Grand Dunman 4-bedroom luxury with private lift at stack 32 or 44. Why? Firstly, I don't wish to talk more about the location or condo specs. There's already like a million different experts covering it online. You can check those out if you're new to Grand Dunman. So anyway, instead today I will give you 4 reasons why I picked this exact unit type. And point number 1, pricing. Taking the 4-bedroom at 07-32 as an example at $3.5 million or $2,440 per square foot. Of course, lower floor means lower price lah. But I will compare against neighbouring resale prices at Dakota Residence first as a gauge. The 1830 square feet 4 bedrooms are selling between $3.28 to $3.5 million. Yes, the size is much bigger, but take note about this one thing that I will touch on later. It has no private lift. And mind you that Dakota Residences is already 17 years old. Beside Dakota Residences is Waterbank, and that trades at about $3.15 million for their 1572 square feet, and it is equally as old at 15 years old. Also, no private lift. And at Grand Dunman, at $3.5 million, we are only around 10% higher than all these older developments from an entry point of view. And looking beyond Dakota area, the rest at the Freehold, Amber and Mayor Road are already selling their 3 bedrooms at the similar range of about $3.5 million. Yeah, I know Freehold and Leasehold has differences, but that clearly has already been factored in. My point is the entry level for an average 4 bedroom in District 15 is approximately close to $4 to $5 million in today's market. And here you are getting a premium 4 bedroom at $3.5 million. That's a safe entry level to make. I mean, you open your property Google and search and look for a resale 4 bedroom under $3.5 million. That is not around the look around. You see what you get. Also, if I have to compare with the direct competitors in Tembusu Grand and Continuum, the price point for Continuum is already standing high up there on its own. And the closest fight is Tembusu Grand. But is it even a competition to begin with? And another thing about pricing, the developer's price strategy. A quick look at the 3-bedroom plus study unit 1119 square feet at $3.1 million. And the 4-bedroom deluxe 1292 square feet at about $3.2 million without a private lift and facing the pool. Notice that the price is very close to the $3.5 million that I'm paying for a 4-bedroom with private lift and with a view. It just doesn't make sense to not top up $300K premium for a far superior choice, right? Remember, the developer's price strategy doesn't translate to the same when it goes to the resale market. And the next few points is what I will share with you that will make this $300K premium look cheap. Second point, schools. For those who are familiar with District 15, you know it's an amazing area that has always been lacking in good schools. And Tao Nan is the only notable and obvious preference. But at Grand Dunman, you have the advantage of having the convenience of what District 15 gives you, and also a buffet of schools. Kong Hwa, Tanjong Katong and Haig Girls. This will certainly be one of the key considerations for people looking to move into the neighbourhood in time to come. Thirdly, views. If I were to compare the rest of the Dakota properties, they all share the same premium views of the Mountbatten Landed Enclave. Hence, there's nothing much to really distinguish among the rest. But what you will stand out is against the new launch competitors that you have in Continuum and Tembusu Grand. None of them has an unblocked view like yours. So this is yet another selling point. Point number 4, layout. This is a very important aspect that I'm very mindful about and why I'm extremely bullish about this unit type. Check it out. Good width, good length, dry wet kitchen concept. Most importantly, it is a 4-bedroom luxury unit with a private lift. Remember I mentioned that the other resale and new launches competitions in that area does not have a private lift? And when the new launches TOP in time to come and all at one go, do you think a prospective pool of buyers will complain about taking the same lift and fighting with 7-8 different neighbours if they don't have a private lift? And yet you want them to potentially pay $4 million in the future? Trust me, the private lift is one of the key selling points. I always tell my investors this one thing. If you want people to pay a premium for a premium unit, you better act like one. And I can tell you, they will confirm complain about the others who doesn't have the private lift, especially when you are in a high density condo like Grand Dunman. This becomes super important. And for point number 1 about pricing, paying 300k more versus a smaller 1292 square feet 4-bedroom facing the pool, and 400k more for a 3+30 with similar facing. What you get for the extra 3 to 400k premium is that you get almost one of the layouts that you will have no objection about. An extra private lift, much larger living and dining space, and a view, of course. So that is the 4 reasons what makes this particular choice a standout purchase. Price, schools, views, layout. Some of you may comment, hey, if this is so good, then why so many units left? The 3+30 units are more well received, so you're wrong. Well, let's put it simply. How often do you get people with a $3.5 million on a daily basis? The smaller units tend to move first because the price is lower and more affordable. It does not mean that the faster it sells or the more something sells means it's a better investment. You look at the likes of Jadescape and Park Esta for an example. The larger units tend to sell much later, but the one who truly makes the most are eventually going to be the larger ones, unless they're priced wrongly. But in this case, at $3.5 million at 2,440 per square foot for an RCL unit with MRT almost at doorstep, that has almost zero objections and also at such a desirable location, this is your best bang for your buck if you're looking for an investment and even possibly want for own use. People worry about the oversupply issue, worry about everything, worry about overpaying, stress about everything. Well, you will be stressed if you don't know what you are getting yourself into. But if you do enough research as much as I do, as mentioned, you're going to be buying this unit now and sleep like a baby every night, stress-free.